What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. Splash, and welcome to Yancey Street. And before we continue, and by the way, this is not a hate video, it's a funny rant. It's just something I experienced when diving into Transformers. But before we get into this, I am, at the time of recording, like 30 subscribers away from 30,000 subscribers. It's been a huge goal for the Yancey Street gang. I'm super pumped, and hopefully we can hit it tonight or tomorrow. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so and join the Yancey Street. I upload consistently. We have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of versatility to the content. Also, check out my Discord. We do games, prizes, D&Ds, giveaways, and more. And make sure to hit the like button. Now, this is a rant about Transformers, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I got blindsided by this shit. So let me give you a little context. Settle on in, prop yourself up, get a drink, get a snack, and just listen to what I got to say, okay? It's a fucking roller coaster for you. So I've been looking as a content creator for something new to get into. What I mean by that is Marvel and DC, I love covering it. I will always cover it. But I cover it a fuck ton. I've read a shit ton of characters. My homeboy, my lawyer GB, he's scaled a shit ton of characters. Like, at this point, I have hundreds of characters in just Marvel or DC alone that I've mostly read or have most of their materials. So, at this point, I want to spice it up a little bit. I want to bring you guys something that's similar to the content you usually get, but it's a little different. We tested the waters with our tournament, with the different comic book universes. I think you guys really fucked with that. So I was sitting there thinking about it, and I said, no one really hates Transformers. And besides, the baddest bitch to ever walk to Earth, Prime Megan Fox, was in Transformers. So, we gotta consider it. So today, after a few days thinking about different things to get into, I was like, you know what? I'm going to dive into Transformers. I'm going to scale the shit out of it. I'm going to read all the comics, and I'm going to have fun. Which, by the way, 100% I am doing, because Transformers is lit. But I have to say this. When I jumped in, didn't know where I was. There was like 6 billion options to choose from, which is cool. It's always dope to have a ton of material to work with. Especially if I'm someone that's trying to build up a server full of nothing but Transformers, which, by the way, hit me up if you want access to that. I'm doing giveaways to get into that server in my main server, and I'm also allowing purchasing of that server, because it's literally going to have everything Transformers. But back on topic. I'm like, all right, I'm getting into this shit. Dope. I decided to go with IDW. I like IDW. IDW tends to do a pretty good job handling some of the more mainstream yet not mainline characters. What I mean by that is they might be pretty popular. How Spawn's a popular character, right? But Spawn's not Marvel or DC. Thus, you need other publishers to do a good job with these characters. I've always felt IDW does pretty good. When I think of IDW personally, I think of Godzilla, but it's whatever. So, regardless, I'm starting with IDW. My boy Omega, the Indian Prince himself, longtime mod in my server, right? He's a Transformers guy. He hits me up and he said, hey man, which continuity are you starting with? I said, what the fuck do you mean? First of all, watch your mouth, Omega. What do you mean by which continuity? They're fucking robots, okay? It should be pretty simple, right? And he's like, nah, dude, this shit gets complex as fuck. And I said, you know what, dude? If there's multiple continuities, fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. At least I'm doing IDW. I'll just cover IDW first and then go to other continuities. And he was like, no, you don't understand. Even IDW alone has like 3 continuities just for Transformers. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so this is really what I'm talking about. This is the beef, okay? We bitch about Marvel having retcons and continuity changes, okay? They've had a few over the years. We bitch about DC having retcon issues, post-crisis, pre-crisis, New 52, Rebirth, these different eras for the whole publishing landscape. Same for Marvel, right? We hear all this bitching. We deal with all this bitching, and granted, Valid in a lot of cases. A lot of us just hate retcons in a lot of ways, okay? But then I get to Transformers, where it's nothing but these fucking robots in disguise, alright? But I see through their bullshit. You're telling me just Transformers alone has like 13 to 15 continuities? What the fuck? Do you know how lost I am? Okay, I will say it's kind of exciting because how can I go wrong? If I shoot anywhere, I'm going to hit something because there's a billion targets in Transformers to read. I'm just going through IDW. I'm going to read everything. Fuck it. We'll figure out the continuities as we go because I'm an Ironhide fan now. All right. I read Ironhide for like 2 comics. I was like, wait, this motherfucker is my favorite among the Autobots. But God damn, dude, why do y'all have so many fucking continuities? Can you relax a little bit? It's super unnecessary. Like, I do not need a continuity that's like 20 comics. What the fuck? Just, at that point, chill. They're selling merch. They're selling toys. And I respect the hustle. They got cartoons. They got shows. They got movies. All that. They're making bands. But in the sake of making bands, they've kind of dropped the new continuity every Tuesday. Okay? I need them to relax with that shit. But on a serious note, I'm super excited to get into Transformers. This is going to be some fun stories. My only real experience with Transformers, I've seen a couple of the live-action movies. And I read some Unicron stuff because Unicron's dope. But I'm excited to get into it. The only drawback when you're trying to scale Transformers and the problem with scaling Transformers and just jumping in general is there's 60 billion continuities, okay? Relax. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know what you think of Transformers. If you want to see Transformers content on the channel, let me know. I'm planning on scaling all the Transformers, like reading through all the comics, and then getting to their crossovers. And then from the crossovers, I'm going to branch out and scale what they cross over with. They cross over with G.I. Joe, Predator, Terminator. It's gonna be lit, okay? It's going to lead us down a fucking rabbit hole of nothing but pure random scaling, and I'm all for it. But anyways, guys, if you're a fan of these robots, let me know. If you're a fan of me, let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Get everybody you know to subscribe and join Yancey Street. Okay, we're so close to the goal. And remember, and perhaps most importantly, it's Yancey Street, bitches.